So lots of different surfaces in this race over at Norfolk. And so this is Clay on Sea round to Great Yarmouth. So there's, to my knowledge, sand, shingles, trails, a bit of road. And then there's that kind of sand dune, which although it's sand, it's very different to just running on sand as well. So how did you find that, the change in surfaces?
Yeah, I think I trained well on a mix of surfaces. I mean, I don't have a beach next door to my house, so I wouldn't say I trained an awful lot on sand and shingle, but I've got a good pair of trail shoes that I know move and adjust as they need to, and actually hats off to them. I didn't get a single blister in those whole however many hours it was, 9, 10, 11, 12, I can't remember, hours of running. So I knew that I was prepared and that it shouldn't have any negative effects from it. I suppose in terms of fatigue, your muscles are constantly adapting to what you're putting them through. I found, thank you to my body for dealing with it very well. I actually coped very well with it, but I can see why. I know there are a few runners out there who were struggling. Constant adapting takes its toll.
Yeah. And that first bit when the whistle goes, did you know it was shingle to start with? Was that explained to you? Or?
Yeah, I'd seen on the Facebook group, and a few people had put like just heads up runners from previous years. So we knew it was coming, but I don't know, it's in night where you can't actually see. There was no end point, and obviously you can look at your watch and think, oh, okay, I've got maybe 2.5 miles left. But at that did, especially at the start of the race, mentally, that was quite a big challenge to overcome. But equally, when it was done, and you're then off the shingle onto I think it was onto kind of the grass cliff then. It's like, right, let's go. Yeah. It was quite refreshing for the legs to then get a bit of traction and move forward.
Yeah, no, I can imagine that initial sort of first few steps off was really nice, and then your body kind of adapted, and like you said, perhaps off you go. That shingle, by the way, so I'm told, many races that we know of in the ultra world can be affected by sort of coastal tide times and things like that. And apparently in 2019, which was the inaugural year, the tide was out, so the guys actually got to run on the hard sand right by the sea, which I can imagine would have been a completely different experience for them compared to, say, the shingle in 21 that you guys experienced. So going off that onto the sort of sand dunes, so probably just over halfway, you go to the inside aid station, and then as you come out of there, once you get back on the coastal path, it's pretty sand duney, right? You're pretty up and down.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, the sand was... Probably, I'd say I found the sand even tougher than the shingle.
Right.